Breaking news. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin and wife escaped elimination attempt yesterday from HEZBOLLAH. According to the report, HEZBOLLAH attacked Israel Prime Minister residence yesterday with some drones. Luckily, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin and wife were not around, but many people were wounded, were unalive. His home was destroyed to pieces that yesterday by HEZBOLLAH. As you can see, HEZBOLLAH drones overtook Israel forces helicopter. As you can see, immediately they attacked Israel Prime Minister residence and they escaped immediately. Now listen to the news, but I still don't understand why Israel of today is so vulnerable. Unlike Israel of then, you can't dare access Israel of then. But recently, Iran HEZBOLLAH accesses Israel so quickly, so easily, and escaped. Yesterday, they are carrying on this attack. Israel Iron Domes couldn't even indicate that there was danger down yesterday coming. They just came in, attack, and go. Had it been that Israel Prime Minister and wife were at home yesterday, this drone would have unalived them or harmed them. But luckily for them, they were not around, and the drones affected many people, many homes that yesterday. Now listen, Israel Iron Domes lack some ammunition. They are weak to defend themselves. This is what is going on in the Middle East right now. Listen to the news and share your thoughts respectively. Why Israel is accusing Iran of being the one that carried on the attack that yesterday, but Iran have also came out and said that they were not the one, that it was HEZBOLLAH. And Israel Prime Minister said that those people that carry on the attack, they made the biggest mistake of their life. They're gonna retaliate. Let's see what's gonna happen. Listen to the news and share your thoughts.
And now to the latest on the conflict in the Middle East. Despite the death of the leader of Hamas, the fighting in that area is not showing any signs of slowing down. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his home was targeted by a drone. Fox 5's Duarte Geraldino is in the newsroom right now with more on these developments. Duarte.
Hey, good evening, Arthur. It's important to note Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his wife are not hurt, but Netanyahu is calling this an assassination attempt. The Israeli government says HEZBOLLAH launched a drone at Netanyahu's home on the Mediterranean coast Saturday. Again, neither he nor his wife were there and no one was injured. This is another sign of just how tense things are between Israel and HEZBOLLAH. Now, in response, Netanyahu released a statement calling the attack on his home a grave mistake by HEZBOLLAH. And he added, this is a direct quote, "The attempt by Iran's proxy HEZBOLLAH to assassinate me and my wife today was a grave mistake. This will not deter me or the state of Israel from continuing our just war against our enemies in order to secure our future. I say to Iran and its proxies and its axis of evil, anyone who tries to harm Israel's citizens will pay a hefty price." Right after the drone attack, Israel struck back with at least 3 airstrikes on Beirut. They hit a crowded area in the southern suburbs. That's where HEZBOLLAH has its offices. HEZBOLLAH, well, it fired around 180 projectiles towards northern Israel. 1 person was killed and at least 4 others were hurt. The Israeli military says 55 of the projectiles were fired in 2 big waves, and a 50-year-old man was killed when shrapnel hit his car. Meanwhile, HEZBOLLAH is calling this the start of an entirely new phase of war. The group is planning to launch more guided missiles and exploding drones into Israel. This follows Israel's killing of HEZBOLLAH's leader, Hassan Nasrallah, in September and a ground invasion into Lebanon earlier this month. Netanyahu also vowed to keep fighting. He says, quote, "Together we will fight, and with God's help, together we will win." As tensions rise and this conflict deepens, we're going to keep you updated on this developing story. Arthur.
Thank you very much, Duarte.